How do you compete with big budget films? And I'm not even talking these huge budgets like 50 million, 40 million. I'm talking about if you're an indie filmmaker and you got a 100K film, 200K film, 500K film, how do you compete with even a $5 million film, a $10 million film? So that's hard. I think one of the main things to do and to make sure when making the film is that everything goes on screen as much as possible. And I think one of the things that I see a lot in indie filmmaking or filmmaking in general is you don't always need as much crew as you think. You don't need as many people there as you think. And I've made that mistake myself, where we had more people than we needed. And after I was like, we could have done that honestly with 2 less people on set. So I think that's important to keep your film really lean. And I think in that way, that's something that filmmakers can learn from entrepreneurs, from startups, whatever. You have to really make every person earn their place in the sense that, is this necessary? Do you need this? Will this make the film better? And do that for every position. Don't just hire a certain number of people or because you feel like you have to, or like some filmmakers, they think a certain amount is required to be quote unquote professional. And that's just not the case. You need to know what your type of film is. If your film is mostly 2 people in one scene and you don't have any big set pieces, then why do you need that many people on set? Same with other people, like with producers and everything like that. I know filmmakers have a lot of producers that have a lot of different positions that aren't necessarily necessary. So make sure that's necessary. You might not need 4 producers, 5 producers, 6 producers. Maybe it's just 1 producer, and that's fine. So make sure that you keep your team as lean as possible. Get good people and pay them, but get the people that are adding to your film that are good, and then keep it as lean as possible. And I think that's how you make sure that you make the best film possible. And that way, if you have, let's say, the case that I talked about, 2 less people, maybe 3 less people, maybe that results in an extra day in filming. Maybe it results in 2 extra days in filming because we have a little bit more budget now. And that just makes the movie better. So I think that's what I would think. What has been your experience with crew and keeping your team big or lean? What's the pros and cons for you?